Curse Like Cage does, but I feel like it does something slightly broken.
I swear.
Oh, wait. I think it gradually decreases my enemy's health.
I swear, with the face he makes, he is gonna molest those cards.
I'm sticking my dick in this one.
Aw, yeah. Holographic Charizard.
Also, Pinocchio brutally killed that Heartless. Also, I have no idea why it released the heart. That Heartless was not killed by a Keyblade.
Pinocchio's just a Keyblade. The long nose blade.
That's it. We're gonna go up to Pinocchio Kingdom Hearts 3. He's
Again.
gonna like use my power sword,
Again.
and he turns into the
Pinocchio blade.
I don't know.
Like I said, the long nose blade.
That's before you get the horns of friendship.
Every
from
time you tell a lie, it gets bigger.
That's before you get the horns of friendship in the Bambi world.
Kingdom Hearts story is easy to
You and
follow.
horns of
I'm gonna go to
friendship.
E3. I'm gonna go to E3 just so I can be in the crowd for like a Nomura interview, and then I'm gonna immediately say, Nomura, what happened to the Organization 13's Heartless? Just so that bitch has to sit there and either explain that or actually plan on making a game to explain that.
Hey,
He's been like, ah, fuck, I didn't think about that.
okay, but Brian, you know he'll explain it.
He will bullshit his way out of that.
He'll drop a bullshit smoke
If he
bomb.
doesn't just look at you and tell you Sora already killed them. He'll probably
Yeah, and I'm gonna retort, when?
he'll probably give you some vague comment like, didn't you notice all the Heartless in 358 over 2 days
No.
had interesting designs?
Oh god. Just
You act like that's not something he'd say. I mean, he's already being cryptic about how apparently Kingdom Hearts 3 is going to have a darker ending.
I feel like he's meaning that in a very literal sense.
Axel was the Crimson Prankster, you see.
all I heard was that Kingdom Hearts 3 was gonna have an ending where Sora was walking in the darkness. And then Sora sits down and he's like, "Well, damn."
So we beat the boss of the world. Why the fuck are we still here?
We have to make. We're gonna make the we're gonna make Monstro sneeze. Oh, that's right.
Oh yeah, I forgot. That's why it's on the second one, because you gotta do this stupid bullshit.
What is it?
You're gonna fight
He has
Heartless.
to fill up a meter.
This is dumb.
I forgot
Now
about
I
that.
see why Parasite Cage was on the second instead of the third. You gotta do this stupid bullshit.
How does fighting Heartless make the...
Causing commotion, man.
At
That
that
goes
rate...
down.
You're causing commotion in his innards.
At that rate, just start punching the wall!
You can't be causing all this commotion in his innards, man.
At that rate, why don't we just start punching the wall then?
So how about that Five Nights at Freddy's?
Speaking of innards.
That's why I... Because...
How about that Five Nights at Freddy's?
So how about that innard?
Ah, good place for Dumbo.
Dumbo.
Why does everyone hate the Dark Souls remaster?
I don't know why.
I don't know.
I'm
I didn't
very
know people
confused. on
hated
it.
it.
Well, from what I understand, people are having problems with the graphics.
On?
Like,
Dark Souls.
What do you mean?
I've heard people complain about the enemies and
The graphic fidelity isn't as good.
Yeah, something about it doesn't
so
have
you're telling me
the
this
same
ain't...
spirit as the original Dark Souls.
So you're telling me
it's
that...
the same reason people hated the Steam version of Chrono Trigger.
So you're telling me the 4K...
People were also complaining that the Spyro Reignited trilogy is bad because Spyro is not the right shade of purple. People also complained that
You know what?
The room-
is? The problem is that Dark Souls Remastered doesn't add the skip boss button that we need in every game.
He's right about that.
Oh my god, stop. No, don't do that. Don't even.
you want to talk about petty complaints? People don't like the Spyro Reignited trilogy because they're complaining that a bunch of the colors are off, Someone literally had a conniption fit because the roofs in the Toasty Boss are the wrong color. Are you gonna be upset that they're not the
Hey,
color?
I'm just glad they're remaking Spyro so they can probably make more Spyro.
So the roof color isn't something you look at and go, yeah.
Well, I mean, curse those heathens for changing them rooftop colors. I mean, it's integral to the game's lore.
Did you see the controversy about the hat in the Spyro remake?
What?
Oh, you don't know that, do you?
No.
Okay, so they remade the game, and in remaking the game, they redesigned one of the dragons. The dragon who's redesigned now has this kind of...
He has a stupid fez on his head.
He has this kind of Arabic look to him, and everyone is complaining that by giving him a hat and the little urban-looking coat, that they have ruined the integrity because it is not a one-to-one HD facelift of what he used to look like. And the game is in shambles because they have ruined the spirit of the original, because that is not the dragon I grew up with, is basically what everyone is going.
Yeah, because I want the same 4 models and different textures.
Are you gonna play that game and freak out that he's wearing a little fez and a jacket?
No,
What?
it's just such a disgrace to the original game.
It is hilarious at the fact that basically we live on Destiny Island, and there are apparently grown-ups on Destiny Island when we were a kid.
I still don't
So what had a mom?
Apparently he has parents.
Yeah, apparently we have parents.
I'm waiting for Sora's dad to be a major plot point.
Wouldn't be a RPG if parents weren't a thing.
I mean, I have the fan theory that, Xehanort was Riku's granddad. So, I mean...
It's obvious Sora's dad is going to be the Master of Masters.
to me. Forgetting things may be the only way.
That's not funny. You like not even a little bit.
So Sora's dad is mom. Damn.
Or maybe Sora's mom is mom.
Oh my God. See, it's this scene.
No,
right
Master
here.
of Masters!
This scene
Mom!
right
Son
here
of a bitch!
is why you don't need to decipher this game. Like, you either play it or you skip it. Because this scene right here is a perfect example of why you don't need to decipher this game.
He left us that breadcrumb. Master of Masters can be abbreviated as Mom. Everyone just assumed it was a dude.
Again, anything past dream drop distance, there's no point in grading the story. The story is automatically a B.
No, I would say anything
If
past
not a B minus, if not a C plus.
I would say anything past Kingdom Hearts 1.
So,
What are you talking about? Kingdom Hearts 2?
What are you talking about? Kingdom Hearts 2 ends.
basically,
Kingdom Hearts 2 ends just fucking fine. If there was no other Kingdom Hearts game after Kingdom Hearts 2, I would be a happy camper. But you wanna know what? There aren't. There are plenty of games after Kingdom Hearts 2. And unfortunately, all of them make Kingdom Hearts 2 story even make less sense than it did already.
I'm not
Perfect example. This.
Don't break it.
What do you mean? Are you telling me you wouldn't just bang Larxene?
Do I detect a soft spot?
I'm telling you that she's practically useless, other than this game.
The toy.
And that other game that we don't talk about.
Really, half the
That's
organization.
because she dies.
Really,
Again,
half the organization
useless,
is kind of useless.
Other than this game.
Except she's probably gonna show up with her man, and they're gonna double team
I
you.
know that you're in on it too.
Like again, like I said, unless she's in Kingdom Hearts 3, this character's fucking pointless.
Right.
I'm waiting for my super boss where you have to fight her.
Unless,
You have to fight her
unless
and Marluxia
half-
with the Doom counter.
like, literally, who are the important
Do you hate
Organization
fun?
13 characters? At this point, the only important Organization 13 characters that aren't named Xemnas are Zigbar, Axel, and Sayax.
Marluxia, kind
Wait,
of.
Zigbar,
Did
Axel, and
anything back
Sayax.
there help you remember your friend's name?
Oh. Yeah? Well, Marluxia, you follow
name's
up in
the
the
only
next
thing
game.
I can't seem to remember.
I don't know what the fuck Marluxia's doing there. As far as I'm concerned, that's some kind of data Marluxia.
What are you talking about? It's probably Axel.
Well, that's probably illusion Marluxia.
It's Larium.
That's like, oh, fucks up, Star.
It's Marluxia. He's part of the new Organization 13. Which means that apparently he's Xehanort.
What did you say, Larium?
Larium, that's his actual name.
Eh.
It's only seen in Kingdom Hearts.
Another groan is just that. Like, all of that.
He had the Resikint symbol.
All of that.
Just
groan.
Well, apparently the whole thing they want is for Sora to give over to the darkness so they can have Sora's heart.
Which is why the entire...
That's why literally everyone thinks that Lushu is Ventus.
Do we need to bring up...
everyone thinks that Vanitas is Lushu.
Do we need...
that essentially Sora is Lushu, but only the dark part of Sora's heart.
That a useless ass mobile game is canon. That's another
Welcome to Kingdom Hearts, bitch.
But because Ventus was around when Larium was, and was one of the foretellers, and we still don't know who the traitor is, everyone thinks that Ventus is the traitor, and therefore Lushu.
How long have we been recording?
Almost 5 hours.
Fuck!
Well, I just wanted to make it to the next section.
No, that's fair enough. That way we gotta go...
But it also shows this game is kind of short. It's like...
I honestly thought we could just plow through it, but I don't think I have that kind of endurance.
But I mean, that's just that. It's like everything past. If we had done Kingdom Hearts 1, Chain of Memories, and then did Kingdom Hearts 2.
No one has that much endurance to plow Marluxia.
Who doesn't want to plow Marluxia?
No, cause honestly, I thought you were going to say that. That's what your wife said.
Oh damn it, that was way better.
Like, that's just that. If this series has literally just been one Chain Memories 2, this series would be done. Nobody would be sitting here saying, what the fuck is this time travel bullshit?
And the other ridiculous
What
plot
in the hell
point.
is this shit about people that when they're nobody and heartless are killed, they come back to life? Also, why are we helping a guy that literally stabbed us in the chest with a keyblade?
What?
Who?
Like, there's evil, but then there's, hey,
Who is he helping?
Xehanort, you literally stabbed me in the chest with a keyblade, bruh.
Who?
Is that not that scene where he's disguised as Ansem and he literally takes a keyblade out and stabs like half of the organization members?
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like I said, why are we helping a guy that literally stabbed us in the chest with a keyblade?
I mean, it's basically an accepted fact that Zigbar is up to something.
I mean, Zigbar gets an excuse. Now
Put
tell
him
me
in the
why
lineup.
the other 12 members are helping Xehanort.
Who doesn't remember it?
Huh?
Maybe they didn't even know what happened. Maybe he was that quick about it.
And I'm just randomly on board with the idea of stealing some kid's heart.
Huh? Yeah, they want to go back to normal.
They're already back to normal.
Oh, wait, you mean after?
Correct!
You mean Marluxia?
I'm talking about plot hole on top of plot hole.
Wait, which one are you talking about?
That's what I was trying to...
Which member?
If we go back and look at the situation at hand, we made Organization 13 members, correct?
Yeah.
If Organization 13 members are basically nobodies, and we killed their Heartless, and we killed their Nobody, and they formed back together,
Somebody-
like we're basically saying,
They didn't go back together. The organization stayed in Radiant Garden except for Lee. The only one who did not go back, the only one who went back to the organization was Iza. Sayax. But that's because Sayax has already been converted into
so what's the
Xehanort.
point of Marluxia?
Marluxia? Well, I mean, we're not even... Marluxia's not one of the founding members. It's possible that we found Marluxia. That Marluxia was already a nobody. Because of all the people that Xehanort stabbed in the heart, those were the founding members.
That means what's his name should be there.
Who?
angry guy.
Angry.
I don't remember his name. I always
Oh,
forget.
Lexius, right?
Because we stabbed Lexius.
Yeah. Lexius is
And I'm
there.
assuming we stabbed Zexion.
Zexion, Vexen, Lexius, and Luxord.
So,
They're all
explain
in the
to me why we are
Oh, that's
apparently
right.
helping
Oh,
Xehanort.
oh, wait, you didn't play 3D. They're not helping Xehanort. They're literally when they all wake up in 3D
Okay,
in the place they were stabbed,
correct.
and then Lee looks and is looking at everybody and is like counting everybody and realizes that Iza is not there, even though he should be. And they all stay at Radiant Garden except for Lee, who goes and gets a Keyblade. And the only one who's working for Xehanort is Iza.
Ah!
All
Card
the
battle.
other guys in coats.
Card battle.
Oh my god. All the other guys in coats are those who you think are the other ones at the end of 3D?
Because they're not.
Those are all different time incarnations of Xehanort. Like, physically still Xehanort.
Well, so what you are telling me now is that those are just vague ass pull Xehanort sitting there.
Well, yeah, because you have Ansem, like Heartless Ansem. You have Xemnas.
So we have 10 ass pull Xehanort sitting around.
His contingency plan to
He
get...
was literally going to bring his
You mean his ass pull plan?
young
Yes.
Xehanort.
Did I-
Young
Was that he
Xehanort.
was gonna pull
Yeah.
something out of his ass?
Yeah.
And say that it made sense.
Yeah, I mean, he somehow gathered 13 incarnations of himself across time, or not 13, like X amount.
Do we need to bring up the thing with the eyes?
No, we don't, because that's even more just no.
You know what I'm talking about?
I know exactly what you're talking about, and no, we don't.
What, the yellow eyes that all the Xemnases have?
Meaning that one person in the organization was already a...
Yeah, Syax, but was turned into a Xehanort long before anybody else. He was the only successful experiment in that plan.
And they were trying to do that with Sora.
Like, literally, the entire plan originally was to turn everybody into that.
But it fucked up, so I need to pull...
Because his original plan was to grow 13 Xehanorts.
Yes.
Because they explained that the whole thing about nobody's not having hearts is only half true. They lose their hearts, but the nobody itself will try to grow its own heart back.
When did that come to life?
3.
Do you see why 2 is okay as long as nothing else happens after?
Hey, I will make the argument that everything is at least okay until 3D happens. Because Birth by Sleep at least makes half sense.
I will repeat, this game's story, regardless of the situation, because 3D is a thing, 3D on is a C already. I don't know what happens in 3, and it's already a C.
I mean, from what I understand, for some reason they still want Sora's heart. And so,
Again,
Xemnas literally...
none of these characters make sense.
For some reason, Xemnas is back.
And all of their motivations are stupid.
For some reason, Xemnas and Ansem are still around. Even though literally,
Even though logic says
they should.
bullshit.
Yeah, Xehanort's Nobody and Heartless are still running around.
C.
And,
if not C minus.
his Nobody and Heartless are still running around. And when they find you in Twilight Town, apparently, they look at you and tell you if you want Roxas back, you're gonna need to succumb to the darkness in your heart.
And what? That's.
I think the case is that Sora doesn't want Roxas back, he wants Ventus back. But for some reason determines the only way to get Roxas back, or Ventus back, is to get Roxas. And then apparently shove Roxas into Ventus, I don't know. That's what I can determine through logic. I mean, that's the only thing that could make logic. That's the only, like, bouncing ball that could be formed.
You know what triggers me? The Kingdom Hearts story That triggers me.
Hey, remember?
Because it's just
Hey,
a big old
remember when we were
mess
talking
of
about Final Fantasy?
triggered.
Remember when we were talking about Final Fantasy VIII?
Oh God! Don't even start.
Oh, that was funny. We were talking about Final Fantasy VIII story, and I was like explaining the fan theories and stuff, and it was hilarious because Brian looked at me and was like, "You know what the worst part about all the things you just said were?"
What?
Brian, what was the worst thing about all those things I was saying?
They fucking made sense.
Yeah.
It works.
It was the Ultimecia stuff. The,
All of it
the-
fucking made sense.
The Renoa Ultimecia stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I was telling him about people theorized that Renoa was Ultimecia, and for some reason, when the current director of Final Fantasy, which you can already see why this is a problem, he was told about the Squall is dead theory and the Renoa is Ultimecia theory, and he literally said these words when after the Renoa is Ultimecia theory. He was like, "No, that's not true, and I don't think we'd add that even if we remade the game." And then he looked at them and said, "But I might remember that Squall is dead one."
Well then.
And I was like, this is what's wrong. Because the Ultimecia Renoa thing actually made logical sense. Like, even with time travel, it made sense.
All we are doing is arriving at the point at which we say, "What the fuck were you thinking?"
Oh, yeah. I don't know if any of you, if you two have seen the end of Final Fantasy VIII, but it didn't make any goddamn sense.
I've seen parts of it because of people talking about.
It didn't make
Squall.
any goddamn sense.
Like,
Because of the
you
Squall
did-
is
you-
dead
I don't know
theory.
what they're
You
trying to...
fucking pulled your Nomura card out when he was writing 3D story.
Well, it's hilarious, because all the stuff happens, makes it look like Squall's dead, and then Squall's suddenly randomly fine, and everyone's happy.
Mm-hmm.
And then you sit there and like, why does Ultimecia's GF look exactly like Squall's ring and has the same name as Squall's ring if Renoa's the only one who knew what his ring was named?
Mm-hmm.
And then you want to sit there and say, "No, you fucking idiots, Renoa's not Ultimecia," and you're like, "You gave us enough breadcrumbs to just make a loaf." And you want to tell us that's not a loaf of bread? Fuck
No.
you!
No, it's not. A loaf of bread has to be this
That
exact
analogy
shape.
makes sense because I feel like it did, and I'm proud.
No, it did.
Yes.
Hey, you guys want to see the
Black room.
Do you want to see the best room of the game?
Oh God! Why are you using this card?
Okay, guys, I have a very random question of the day. So, what are your overall opinions on the Five Nights at Freddy's games? I thought I would ask because we were rambling about them on and off in this part. I know it's a very random question, but I just wanted to see your general consensus on them. Anyway, you can leave your thoughts, opinions, and answers in the comments below, or you can leave them on social media. All my social media links are in the video description. Now, as always, I need to be a shill for a minute. If you liked my video, please hit the like button and leave some comments. If you're new to my channel and want to see more of my videos, please hit the subscription button and subscribe. If you're already subscribed, please ring the bell next to the subscription button. That gives you the proper notifications of whenever I upload a new video. Also, don't forget to follow me on social media. Doing all of these things really helps out the channel, and it really helps our communities grow. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. See you guys next time.